Check it out, guys. These are the sets of Icon wrenches that I bought. I am not shilling these. I paid full retail for them. I don't even have an affiliate link, so I'm really making this video just for you guys. But I bought these almost exactly 3 years ago now. As you can see, they've got quite a bit of use. We got some scratches, we got some marring, a little bit of paint overspray there, and they have held up extremely well. Now, here's my review of these things. All right, I'll tell you guys what I wanted. Up until this point, believe it or not, I was still using the same mismatched like Sears Craftsman and like Lowe's Cobalt, I think it was, wrench sets that I bought when I was a broke kid in high school, you know, because that's what I could afford. And they kept working, so I just didn't replace them until like, you know, until I bought these. And they did work, but there were a couple things that I didn't like. There's a couple major upgrades with a wrench set like this over ones like those. Mainly, the difference is these are quite a bit longer. Okay, the wrenches themselves have a good width to them, which is great when you work on things like farm equipment, where rusty fasteners are extremely common. And the other thing is, on a lot of these projects that I do, there's all kinds of nuts and bolts that I have to mess with. And so if you're tightening stuff down with an impact, especially, but even with a torque wrench, if it's a lot of torque, you know, if you're gonna do this a bunch of times a day with a shorter wrench, you know, your hand that's on the other wrench, not on the impact, you know, your hand that holds this kind of wrench really takes a beating doing that. And having that longer leverage, it really reduces fatigue if you're going to be doing a lot of that kind of thing. So when I bought these wrench sets, I think they were somewhere around $100 each. And I got to tell you guys, I'm very pleased with them. This is after 3 years of almost daily use working on farm equipment, working on farm trucks and such. And as you can see, they have held up amazingly well. Even the finish still looks good. These really are top quality tools. I'm not much of a, you know, like a Snap-on guy or whatever, but I gotta tell you guys, these are by far the nicest wrenches I've ever owned. I don't have any regrets about buying them. Yeah, very happy with these. Would definitely purchase them again. Now, so one slight problem. I managed to lose one. As you can see, I still don't know what happened to it. I looked for it for like a week on and off, and I never found the stupid thing. Okay, so this is referencing the title of the video here. What nobody told me about these wrenches, or however I word it. Okay, so I didn't really think about what to do if I lost one of these. Okay, at least when I bought these, Harbor Freight isn't like, you know, the old Sears store of days gone by where they have just individual wrenches you could buy. You know, maybe for some things, but I looked around and I didn't see anything, not these kinds of wrenches there like that. Okay, so I was like, well, you know, this is a problem because now I have an almost complete wrench set. And I looked around, I found one guy online selling just the individual 3/4 inch wrench for like 50 or 60 bucks. I was like, man, that's really, that's a bit much. I'm just not gonna do that. So what am I gonna do? Well, I got to thinking, and I was like, hey, you know, kind of the whole appeal of these wrenches is they're more or less exact clones of Snap-on wrenches, right? Like people say even the font is almost the same. Well, I wonder if I can find a Snap-on wrench that's the exact dimensions of my missing 3/4 inch wrench. So I got on the Harbor Freight website and it lists how long each wrench in the set is, like what the width of the wrench is, which is kind of an odd spec for, you know, to be on a website, but whatever, I'm thankful it's there. And so I took the length of my missing wrench as found on the website, and I went to the Snap-on website and I looked at their 3/4 inch wrenches until I found one with that same length. And then I took that, typed it into the internet, and I bought this from some boomer for like 20 bucks. Look at that, it fits perfectly. It fits perfectly. If I was smart, I would have organized these before I started making the video, but you know, whatever. Yeah, look at that. It fits perfectly. Check it out, even the font is, okay, it's a little different. All right, I might have been able to get it closer if I was really gonna double down on the internet autism and research it. But yeah, I think that was like $21 delivered to my door, $21.70 or something. But yeah, that is an exact, I mean, look, you couldn't ask for that to be any closer. Okay, so that's what I learned about these wrenches. That's what nobody told me about these wrenches. If you somehow end up losing one, there's all kinds of Snap-on stuff out there. It has almost like a cult following. And yeah, it was cheaper and easier for me to buy that wrench than it was to try to deal with the missing Icon wrench situation. So, you know, 3 years, I only lost one wrench. And the only other time in recent memory I lost a tool was my expensive flex head ratchet, but that one thankfully resurfaced a week or two later. I never saw my 3/4 inch Icon wrench again. But anyway, whatever. Really happy with how that turned out. Really happy with these wrenches. I mean, you can see that's, look at that, it fits right in. I love it. So 2 thumbs up to, of all companies, Harbor Freight for introducing a premium wrench option here. I really like these things. Thanks for watching over all these years. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more.